So we have a couple of standardized forms that the Nova Scotia Real Estate Commission would like me to review with you before we really assume any agency relationship. So the first one is called Working with the Real Estate Industry. What they want me to explain to you is that there's two different agency models in Nova Scotia. The first is common law brokerage, and the second is designated agency. Common law, I'll let you read the fine print, but the Coles Note version is common law agency is basically smaller brokerages where you have, maybe 20 or 30 realtors. Think of it as every Tuesday morning they sit around the round table, each talks about their buyers, their sellers, and they try to bring people together. They share their buyers and sellers information back and forth. Designated agency is very different. I like to explain it that at the beginning of every day, I wake up unemployed and I convince people to hire me. So in a sense, I work for you, my client, not the brokerage. I hold my license at Royal LePage Atlantic, but at the end of the day, I work for you and I follow your lawful instruction. So designated agency, we have more than 400 realtors working at Royal LePage Atlantic. My broker absolutely does review every single file that I produce that crosses their desks. And at the end of the day, they're responsible for every transaction that I do. And they make sure that it follows the letter of the law in regards to the Real Estate Trading Act. But I just like to explain Coles Notes version. I work for you, the client, not the brokerage, okay? The second thing this form likes me to explain is the difference between client and customer. A client is entitled to fiduciary duties. So what it means is I'm part of the team. We have open and direct communication as quickly as possible. Now, fiduciary duties explain real estate terms and practices, bring everyone in that's necessary to facilitate the transaction on your behalf and in your best interest. If you need a mortgage broker, I'm happy to introduce you to one. I don't expect you to know a handful of home inspectors or septic inspectors or roof inspectors or electrical inspectors. I do. I have all of those people in my Rolodex. So, now, the difference between client and customer is a customer is not entitled to fiduciary duties. So in the event that there would be a customer relationship, my role would only be to explain the forms and introduce necessary parties. I cannot negotiate in a customer's best interest, but as a client, you are entitled to fiduciary duties. That's it. That's all for working with the real estate. If you have any questions, I can be reached at 902-999-2667.